Hi everyone, Steve Sirico for Dance Teacher Web, and I'm thrilled to be coming to you today from the headquarters and factory of Costume Gallery. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with the history of this company, it was founded back in 1952 by Jack Cotman, and following the process all the way through, his granddaughter and her husband took over the company, and I'm thrilled to say she's back in the saddle again, and I'm thrilled to have her here today to interview her. Ellen Ferreira is here. And Ellen, give us a little bit of the history lesson of Costume Gallery and how you got to where you are today.
Well, it was started, as you said, by my grandfather, and then my parents took over in the 1960s, and they did not have Costume Gallery. There was no catalog at that time. They were a contract manufacturer for many of the other costume companies that were around at that time. So they made costumes for Taffy's, for Lebos, for Star Styled, for Art Stone, a lot of the ones that were around for a long time. And then in 1976, my parents decided, let's have our own catalog. And so that was the first year they actually produced a Costume Gallery catalog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
A lot of history there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, so what happened now where Art Stone is also part of the whole Costume Gallery family as well?
Well, fast forward, 2012, Rick and I had sold the company to a private equity group called Keystone Capital. And we retired in 2012, and a few years later, I guess 2014, they decided to acquire Art Stone, the competitor. Art and Nancy were looking to retire, and they wanted a good home for their company, and they found it with Keystone and with Costume Gallery. So we've got the two brands. We're keeping them distinct, but they are one, as we call it, a family of brands now. So
absolutely.
That's a new acquisition, yeah.
Now, I can tell you we've had the pleasure of coming down several times here, and we've seen the operation here, and I got to tell you, it really is impressive. Their attention to detail is second to none. Quality control, top notch. When you walk through the factory, they have people there who are picking up each costume, cutting off those extra threads, making sure that the stitching is sewn together. That factory is just incredible. Let's just talk a little bit about the manufacturing and the passion that you guys put into producing costumes.
Well, we do have a passion in this building for dance and for our customers, and we always say we're selling happiness because that's really how we look at it. We're looking at it from the point of view of the little girl who's going on stage, from her parents, the grandparents, and we know how big a deal the recital is for those kids. Our granddaughters dance too, so we understand that. And so between the two companies, we've got over 100 years of experience of producing dance costumes. And we do have a great attention to detail. And we have a factory in this building. We also use domestic contractors, and we are producing some overseas now. But everything is quality controlled before it leaves this building so that we make sure there are no problems down the pike. We work hard at that.
Yes, they do, and let me tell you, when you see it firsthand, it's very impressive. And right now, exciting things are going on. The designers are already into 2019, producing designs for 2019. So that's really incredible. I mean, I know as a dance studio owner, we're not thinking about our 2019 recital. We're still so focused on 2018. Yeah. So you guys always are in fast forward mode.
Well, we always have a foot in each year. Half of this building is singularly focused on delivering the costumes in our 2018 catalogs. The other half of the building is in design and photo shoots and purchasing of fabrics and new accessories and innovation for the 2019 line. So we're half and half. We're pretty split.
Yeah, and that's incredible. Just that to have that focus for each one is incredible. Yeah. Well, you talked a little bit about kind of the customers and getting everything produced and ready on time. But let's talk. There's the elephant in the room is kind of some of the issues that happened last year. And we know great companies sometimes will have a fumble, and you pick up the ball and you try to figure out how we can make things better. So I know, a lot of studio owners and teachers wondered, what happened.
Well, bottom line is we stumbled. We had some problems towards the end of the season. Most of the people that are watching this right now probably don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
They're going to be puzzled and like, what do you mean what happened last year? Because we actually had a 98% on-time delivery rate. But towards the end of the season, we had a few problem children, problem styles, and so we got a little bit late. But that was then compounded by the impact of social media. And when Facebook started exploding with problems that Costume Gallery had, then that related into calls to our office from people who didn't have late orders, but they were just nervous because they saw things online. And we received an avalanche of phone calls, and then a few late costumes turned into a huge customer service crisis. We dealt with it, and I can't tell you how sorry we are and how much we apologize for what happened. These are customers that all our customers are loyal customers. They come back year after year. It's mothers and daughters, and it pains us to disappoint anybody. So we have redoubled our efforts this year to make sure that will not happen again in any way, shape, or form.
Well, we all learn from our mistakes, and like you said, great companies get out in front of it, and the fact that you're here and you and Rick are right in the front lines, to me speaks volume as a business owner as well. So what's been put in place to make sure that things now are going to run smoothly and you're going to move on from this?
Right. Well, change begins at the top, and we have had a change in leadership. Rick and I came back from retirement to get the company back on track again. We have instituted a ton of new procedures. The people here are so passionate about getting it right and doing everything correctly. We've put tons and tons of costumes in stock earlier than we ever had before. So we've got a lot of stuff on the shelves ready to go, because really it's all about delivery. If we deliver on time, we won't have a customer service crisis.
Sure.
People won't be calling because it's out there. So our number one scheme is get the costumes delivered on time. We've examined just about every process you can within the building to see what we could do more effectively, what works, what doesn't work. Our websites are revamped, and we now have, next to every single style on the web page, you can see how many costumes of that size are in stock and when it's expected to be shipped. So that's a
great.
huge advantage to our customers. Customer service department has been completely revamped. We have more phones, we have more people, we have a great new manager. Everybody's eye is on the ball this year.
Well, I'll tell you, I know you guys are going to get it right, and I know that this company is built on an incredible bedstone of your family, and I know how much it means to you. So moving forward, you can see just in back of us, we have a great lineup of costumes coming into the line this season, and I've had the opportunity to see a lot of both the Art Stone and Costume Gallery line at the United Dance Merchants of America shows over in the fall. But you guys have two incredible catalogs that have been put out. I know a lot of the studio owners and teachers have already seen them, but let's talk a little bit about some of the exciting line now you guys have for this year.
We have a lot of innovative things, a lot of innovative styles. This is a very product-driven business. There are quite a few great companies that people can order their costumes from. So you really have to stay on top of ideas and what's happening in fashion, and then merge that to make these great trendy fashion ideas danceable so that the kids can move around. For example, we have styles that will fit any and flatter any body types. Do you want me to go over and show you a couple of examples?
Sure, we'd love to see that.
Okay, sure. This style is from the Costume Gallery line. It's called Never Broken, and it highlights some of the most beautiful fabric. This beautiful pink sequin is full stretch, and that means four-way stretch. And the burnout mesh has a plunging neckline, but it's lined, and so nothing revealing. And then the back is really nice treatment, very unusual, booty tard. So this is great for jazz, tap, all kinds of routines. The fusion of different dance genres has become very popular in recitals as well as competitions. And so we have a number of styles in the Costume Gallery line that tend towards different dance styles. This is one example that's really beautiful. It comes in 4 colors. It's this burnout mesh. It's burnout velvet on a stretch mesh, very stretchy. And this can be used for modern, for lyrical, anything with drama or where you really need something special. And then this is also removable, the entire skirt, which is a layered, graduated skirt. This is removable so that you've got an outfit with a booty tard, and that's great for jazz. And then we've got this other one. This is in the Art Stone line, and you've got an amazing array of engineered fabric rhinestones that shine in the light. They're amazing. It's got a zigzag fringe hem, and then take a look at the back. Just as beautiful as the front. This is a very special costume. You will not see this coming or going. Awesome. One of our others that is one of our most popular this year is in the Art Stone line, and it's called Bullets Over Broadway. Talk about hot. This is a very sophisticated style. I don't know if you can see the stones on this thing. Again, great stretch. The bodice is lined with very nice stretchy fabric, and then the back has a button-on bow, which you can but take on or off depending on the style that you're looking for.
And this one from the Art Stone catalog is just fantastic. The jeweling and embellishments on this are just unbelievable. You really have to get up close to really see this. It's really beautiful.
Thanks. This is these stones are called Aurora Borealis, and I don't know if you can see in the light there, but these things really sparkle from stage. This lacing is not lacing at all, but it's caviar beading, that's what that's called, mixed with glitter. So we've got 3 different processes going on just on this body of this costume. It's got a laser cut fringe edge that is beautiful. I mean, these are fabulous styles, and we're really, really proud to offer them.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Thanks.
And we were laughing a little bit earlier. Ellen and I are dressed alike. We didn't plan this at all, but
no, we did not.
This particular line will be available in the 2019 catalog moving forward. Okay, so great. Those new costumes look fantastic. So let's get into, Ellen, some tips for the teachers. I know you have some important deadlines coming up where there can be some really big savings for studio owners out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Studios that want to save money, first of all, should consolidate their orders between a few companies so they can maximize the amount of their discount. We've got 2 discount dates in January. Art Stone is the 17th of January, Costume Gallery is the 22nd. But I will give you a special tip. Most people tend to procrastinate and they send in their orders exactly on the discount day. Don't do that. It's first in, first out. If you get your order in a week, even a week before the discount date, your end date is before that huge avalanche of orders that comes in then. So the earlier the better, seriously, the earlier the better. Then, when you get your confirmation, do not put it on a pile in your desk. Open it and check it, and if you don't have time to check it, have somebody that's knowledgeable. Check it to make sure you got the right styles, the right sizes, and that you didn't accidentally forget a class. It happens.
Sure.
Measuring.
Yes, very important.
Very important. Do not let the children's parents measure them, please. You measure them, or have someone knowledgeable measure everybody so that your measurements are consistent, because that will save problems for the dance teachers as well as for us late in the season. So that would be awesome. My last piece of advice, do not believe everything that you read on Facebook. Remember, as with most things in life, there are 3 sides to every story.
Absolutely.
So
true.
don't panic when somebody writes something.
Hey, look, all of us in business understand that, and we know we all value our customers, whether we're dance teachers, costume companies, whatever business you're in, you value your customers. However, sometimes, your customers can create something that's not there, and I was kind of laughing to myself when you were talking about making sure that the costumes are measured correctly, because a lot of parents don't even know what a girth is, and I'm just, if that's not right, a lot of kids are dancing in a Martha Graham contraction the whole time because the costume's compressing them so much. So
Yeah.
it is very important to understand and know those measurements. That's the key to a costume fitting correctly.
I know there's just a tiny aside, but we have these things called girth extenders, which you can sew in to extend the length of the girth, just in case you're in a pinch and you need to make something a little bit longer. If a girl does suddenly decide to stand more erect.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's a terrific tip. Fantastic, that's great. So the two companies, which are now combined in some ways, but really what is the difference in the two brands of Artstone, the competitor, and Costume Gallery?
They're pretty different, and we wanted to maintain the distinction between those two companies. We don't want them both to look the same. Artstone is a little more sophisticated, a little edgier, a little pricier, but you're not going to see these costumes anywhere else. These are really, truly unique. They're difficult to produce, but you get the bang for the buck because they're so unique and use fabulous fabrics, and they're really an entity unto themselves. Costume Gallery, we have very unique styles again, but it's much more sort of girl next door, dance school kind of kids, much more affordable, fabrics that are outstanding and sparkle and shine, but we really pay attention to that price point, and we work very hard to make sure that they fit any body type. That's really important to us, not just that it fit every body type, but that it's modest.
Yes.
And we take that very seriously, the modesty. Kids are going to be there and on stage in front of their parents and their grandparents and the rest of the neighborhood, and you do not want anyone to feel self-conscious about themselves or the style that someone has chosen that they wear. So we really minimize the bare bellies. We just, if we do any splits at all in the middle, it's a very small amount.
Well, I know a lot of teachers appreciate that, and nowadays we're all so aware of keeping everything age appropriate and kid friendly.
Right. So we're more whimsical, we're colorful. You'll see a lot more black in Artstone than you'll see in Costume Gallery. We're a lot more fun, friendly, whimsical kind of thing.
Yes, lots of beautiful color, as they can see here right in back of us.
True.
So let's talk a little bit about, we've had the opportunity and privilege to come down here and meet a lot of the team. Who works for Costume Gallery and Artstone?
We've got amazing people. They are so smart and so dedicated to what they do. They're very passionate about it. We've got a very diverse workforce and every nationality you could imagine. And we all get along really, really well, which is great. We're still a family type of atmosphere. The employee that has been with the company the longest, Miss Naomi, makes our samples. And Miss Naomi started with the company in January of 1961.
Wow.
When John Kennedy was president. And she's still sitting right back there today. I mean, I could take you and introduce you. It's amazing. She does great work. But people come and they stay, and we have family members, and it's a nice atmosphere.
It sure
People
is.
care about this company.
Yes, they care about the company and they care about the product that they're making. Now, obviously, we've known each other a long time, and so glad to have you back. And I have to say, as far as for Dance Teacher Web, we're absolutely thrilled to have Costume Gallery and Artstone back at the event. Costume Gallery is one of our presenting sponsors, and every year they do a fantastic breakfast poolside fashion show, which I know the attendees always love and really enjoy. So we're thrilled to have you back as part of our conference. And Ellen and I were talking before the filming, and she had some great ideas of doing a workshop that's going to be really informative in helping studio owners to not only get the best kind of bang for your buck in ordering costumes, but also tips on maximizing how you can get your dancers to look great, to really also take you through the process of of the making of a costume, and things like we were talking about, that are happening now for 2 years from now, and it's tricky in finding the right kind of balance. So she's going to be doing a seminar on that. And we're absolutely thrilled to also announce that last year during our event, Costume Gallery did a special sale during the Dance Teacher Web Live Conference and Expo, and they're going to be doing that again this year, where you can purchase deeply discounted costumes. We're thrilled to have that back at our event. That's exclusively for our attendees, and I know they really enjoyed that, and we're really thankful that you're going to be doing that again at our event.
Cool.
So even though we know that you're just the interim CEO right now, we love having you back, and I know it wasn't part of the plan, but you know what? We know that you're going to absolutely get everything right as you hand this off to the next leader. But congratulations on all your success, all these years of what has just been a magnificent company, and
thank you, Steve.
Congratulations on everything you've done. We look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much.
All
Thanks
right.
for coming down. We
All right.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for watching.